everybody. This is your host for Cooking with Tiffany and Tiffany's Community Spotlight at Home. Now, ignore the sound of our dishwasher going. For today's video, we are doing two dishes. I have these beautiful lamb shanks courtesy of all my buds at Giunta's Prime Shop at Reading Terminal Market, which has been under Robert Passio's command for quite a while now, and he always has beautiful cuts of meats and pork and anything else you could think of available for purchase. So we're gonna do a roasted lamb shank dish with tomato, carrot, bell pepper, and onion, along with like a little Asian style marinade, and then garnished with fresh herbs. The other dish, we can thank Whole Foods Market for having swordfish available for purchase, and I'm gonna go and do kind of a lime spicy but still, you know, reasonably light charred or like char grilled swordfish with some caramelized onions and bell peppers, and they'll also get garnished with the same herb salad marinade that I have going for the lamb. So sit back, relax, and we will be back. All right, everybody, we are back. Now, in our Dutch oven, we are just heating up half a tablespoon of vegetable oil, but I'm not really going to count it since the lamb shanks have a good amount of fat to it already. That's really going to be where you get most of the flavor from. Now, I already marinated or dry rubbed the lamb shanks ahead of time, so we are just now going to go ahead and let this sear for, we'll say, 3 minutes on each side. All right, everybody, we are back, and in our casserole dish we have our cherry hot peppers, our garlic, yellow onions, bell peppers, tomatoes, and carrots. We have 3 tablespoons of our soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of the hoisin sauce, and we'll guesstimate about 2 cups of our plain water. And here I went ahead and seared our beautiful lamb shanks, which look at all of the color I got. Well, this is great. Each side was cooked for 3 minutes each, and more importantly, we have our oven set at 425 degrees. Now, it is about 20 of 4. Our friend is going to have to wait a little bit longer, but we will be bringing said lamb shanks for one of the options of dinner. Now, because I don't want us to be too terribly late, we are going to go ahead and roast this for, I'll say, 45 minutes. Yeah. And once that time is up, then we will go ahead and, if need be, roast it in his oven for maybe another, 5 to 10 minutes to ensure that everything is properly cooked and, you know, garnished. So there won't be any like final looks of finished dishes besides the swordfish, which I'm going to be grilling, you know, momentarily. So yeah, but we'll be back. All right, everybody, we are back. So our lamb shanks, along with our roast vegetables and everything else, are happily cooking along. The mint and parsley to garnish that is ready to go. And now we're moving on to our char grilled swordfish. So, important notes: swordfish is lean. It has a beautiful, like, texture when it is properly cooked. It takes well to aggressive seasoning, and it can be incorporated in plenty of dishes. You can do them as skewers, you can do them as simply grilled in your outdoor grill or indoor grill or wherever you decide to use. It's great during the summer and has plenty of nutrients. And as always, thanks to Whole Foods Market for my garlic and, in this case, the swordfish. Ivine Brothers Produce, once again, for all of my vegetables, herbs, hot peppers, and all of my buds at The Head Nut, also at Reading Terminal Market, for my spices, which in this case we are going to do very simply with black peppercorn, a little red pepper flake, some Greek blend, and oregano. Now we're just gonna simply allow each part of the swordfish to kind of get flipped and get mixed with all of the herbs. Another thing we're also going to add to this is lime juice, which, based upon the amount of lime juice as in these smaller limes, I'm guesstimating 1 fluid ounce. We will be back when it's time to cook this. All right, everybody, we are back. So we got about half an hour before the lamb shanks get checked. And we are going to get started with our grilled swordfish. Now, I have sprayed our pan with our non-stick Pam cooking spray. Has 0 calories, and most importantly is great when it comes to incorporating a ton of ingredients without adding a whole lot of fat or any fat. So we are going to get started with our caramelized onions in our cherry hot peppers and garlic. Now, if you don't have a cast iron skillet, cast iron grill, or outdoor grill, you can still make this dish. You just need a regular, saute pan or covered pan to ensure that everything is incorporated properly. We are going to season all of this once again with the same spice rub that we used on the swordfish and our lamb. No need to worry about measuring this. And I promise we are, you know, slowly losing the weight. But at this point, we are going to go ahead and add in our swordfish. And even though I'm pushing the onions and the hot peppers and everything to the side, we are still going to incorporate the lime juice in all of this. Throw in our green bell peppers. Do one more stir and cover with the lid. The timer is set right now at 26 minutes. When this hits 22 minutes, which is 4 minutes from now, we'll go and check on the swordfish as well as our veggies and everything else. So we will be back. All right, everybody, we are back. Timer is at 22 minutes. And God, look how nice all of this looks. And the color that we were able to get on our swordfish. Onions and peppers appear to be finished. So we are going to turn this off because cast iron has a great amount of heat that it converts and still allows anything on it to like continue cooking. But this is finished. So we're just gonna let this kind of sit and do its thing for the next, 2-3 minutes. And it'll be ready to eat. So yay. All right, everybody, we are back. Now, everything has rested for the last couple of minutes and we are ready to go with everything. So at the bottom of our serving container will be our caramelized onions and green bell peppers, which don't they look beautiful like this. I generally like my bell peppers to still have a little bit of crispness to it, so that is why. And these still have like a little bright edge of green to them. Add in our beautiful swordfish fillets. And garnish with our parsley and mint. As I said, we will be able to do a finished look for the lamb shanks. So I hope you all enjoyed today's video making roasted lamb shank with carrots, tomatoes, onions, and bell peppers, along with a little garnish of mint and parsley, and my very lightly marinated swordfish with green bell pepper and onion saute. I am your host for Cooking with Tiffany, Tiffany DuBois-Morales.